So all praises to Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Rakakadash, right? And big up all of the Akim them who have pushed the 100% through the four corners of them of the earth. And double honor and big up the elder them of the GMS who have pushed the 100% through all of the slander and affliction. Right? So Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Right? So what we are going to do is make the vision plain. Right? It's already, Habakkuk did have to write this. Now it's step on the paper, it's in the book. Right? So it's up on the table, but we have to make it plain. We have to explain it. Right? We have to tell the man them what going to happen. So that them can run that readeth it, because now they understand, so them are going to run for tell other people. Right? Because Romans 10 and 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. Because them are run, because them read it, them understand the vision plain, them run, right? So them foot beautiful because them run for go tell other people about it. Right? We do the YouTube video and we touch upon the street them, right? Even when you're there and your travels going to the supermarket, y'all talk about them thing here. Right? So 2nd Esdras 12 and 8. Comfort me then, and shew me, thy servant, the interpretation and plain difference of this fearful vision, that thou mayest perfectly comfort my soul. So we are going to show people what going to happen. Right? This another snapshot. All Armageddon are going to pop off, man. When the World War III, they in the climax and the nuclear weapon them get activated. Right? This is how it going to happen. Right? So Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So y'all go see the World War III, bro. Y'all go see World War III. Y'all go see all of them things that are going on. Right? Then you have Matthew 24 verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? Because the war go pop off first, right? It'll go get heat up first. Then them are go come lock we up. For the believer them, like 2nd Esdras 16 and 70 say, that though great insurrection against those that fear the Lord, right? That call upon the name, right? And them are go come take our things. That fear the Lord, right? That's why we have to remember, right? We always look for the new articles to catch the new thing where I come out to explain it to the people. But we have to always revisit the old thing then, because when we go into the word of God, right? We just read from Matthew, Esdras, right? Habakkuk, right? Them man, they're from 2,000 years ago. And you still pull them scripture up, but you don't want to pull up an article from 2 weeks ago because you don't think it's important. Nah, some man, right? From winter time, them I talk about, last winter, them I talk about a 100-mile border enforcement zone, right? 100 mile within the border and a 100 mile within from an airport. Right? The U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, which includes the Border Patrol, is the largest law enforcement agency in the country. Their jurisdiction, they claim, spans 100 miles into the interior of the United States from any land or maritime border. 2/3 of the United States population lives within this 100-mile border enforcement zone, including cities like Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Chicago, New Orleans, Boston, and more. Philadelphia, you don't know, up top, right? So because these are considered border cities, federal border and immigration agents assert the power to board public transportation or set up interior checkpoints and stop, interrogate, and search children on their way to school, parents on their way to work, and families going to the doctor appointment or grocery store. All done without what? A warrant or reasonable suspicion. So them a supersede the 4th Amendment, right, man? Right? We are talking about FEMA camp, we are talking about new lockdown, scandemic. Don't forget, them already have the law, them can them frame the mischief by a law. So them already have the laws in place. Them just waiting for the catalyst. Right? Remember I said the CDC of quarantine stations for each zone of the area of America. Like in PA, right? The whole of Pennsylvania, right? This get up there. It used to be Pittsburgh too. But now Philadelphia, after the whole of Pennsylvania and Delaware. Right? Everybody will fear the name of the Lord. Them I go get sent to Philadelphia. Right? That's why I see the purple light them up by the park around my house. Right? And then around here, my part of town, when the thing first pop off, the scamdemic, them have the martial law, them have the army man, them a walk around here. Right? This like a border town in a Philly. Right? Suburb city line limit. You understand? But me never hear about anybody else except downtown area, which is normal, getting the policeman. But them put it in on my side of town. And me see the purple light in on my side of town. I tell people, say it, come, man. Right? So them have the quarantine zones already line up. Them have the border enforcement zone, the 4th Amendment. You understand? Them a supersede the Constitution. All of them, oh, you have a felony, so you can't have a gun, even though the Constitution says you are indefinitely allowed to have a gun. But oh no, you have a felony. I know they have conditioned the people for believing in this. So if even though them have these unconstitutional laws, man, them still go believing in them. Cause man, them a dickhead, bro. The majority of people are dickheads, right? And not to say it like a bad way, but it's just word. We know the people who watch this are gonna understand, right? A dickhead, right? Yo, when it come to emotional poetry and thing, I'm a dickhead because I don't understand that, right? But when it come to history and geography, I'm not no dickhead. So you understand what I mean? Being a dickhead, it don't mean like a bad thing per se. What I mean is the majority of people don't research things, right? Not everybody a carpenter, and not everybody a chef, right? But when you believe on your hour basham, your shy, you go the carpenter man, I go come around the chef man, and them I go trade the information. But them people, them a dickhead. Them don't trade no information. Them just believe whoever have the most power at the time must be right. So that's why them I fall for this. So Psalms 94:20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law, because them use the law for push evil. And because them pass the law, even though the law is unconstitutional, because the majority of people are dickhead, them don't say anything wrong with what go on. And that's all them I get with the framing of the mischief by a law. Right? So Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and glory from the rising of the sun. Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, that Yahweh, he exists, right? And then Ba Hasham in the name, right? Yahweh Shai, his salvation. He exists in the name of his salvation. Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. Right? So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So them are going to come in like a flood. Like when you see midnight meat train, you understand that when you're depend the city hall downtown, right? And you want to go back up top, and you need to jump on the train. You want to catch that fast train, but just you know, when you're depend a local stop at a train station and you don't get the express train, but the express train I go past through. So you see the express train just, you understand the train sound? That's how it go coming like a flood, man. Like when you see Indonesia back in the early 2000s, the water just recede back before the internet time. So if you're a young person and you never talk to your parents them about a tsunami, you now gonna know what happened, and you don't have the internet for connect you for a whole heap of information. So man, them see the water just come out, right? About 10 seconds, the water pull back about 500 meter, dog, like a quarter of a mile in 10 seconds, right? So the wall of the water come back, and then it just come back in 10 seconds. Say 200,000 people dead in that. And that's all when the enemy shall come in like a flood, man, with the robot dog, the Ukrainian Nazi UN soldier, right? All of them, the crazies within the black community, the crazies within the Latino community, the crazies within the white supremacist community. That's craziness and government craziness and wickedness everywhere go coming like a flood. But the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So the Lord will go make sure we're all right. Right, am I gonna make sure we're good? Except the final time, if someone will forget with neck chop off, then we'll get with neck chop off. But it go come in like with up on anesthesia. We're not gonna even feel them thing that you understand? And we are gonna be good because the Lord said we are gonna be good, so we are gonna be good. You understand? You can't go against the Lord, man. So yeah, them frame the mischief by Allah, and them are gonna come in like a flood, right? So. This is a part of the Armageddon, right? This is before the Armageddon because I say the wars have to pop off first and then y'all go get delivered up and then the nuke will go drop. And you understand? So we have to, so listen. So you have the executive order 50 USC 4512 hardened up designated scarce material, right? And this is done by executive order, showing you them frame mischief by Allah. Because your local state government could what you say, object this, right? Could throw this out and say, oh, this is violation of the Constitution. But when the president do him executive order, him supersede the state. You understand? So them can't do anything. And you know, so the Supreme Court, the House, the legislation, the executive branch, man, them all they on the same player role. Right? So Supreme Court now go save nothing. Right? So them have a law by executive order for take your things. So the prepping now go save you. And then by executive order, right, when we talk about the quarantine thing, them can make up any new type of thing, right, scamdemic by executive order, right, and drive you in at them quarantine facility them. Right, so that's why you know them are gonna come in like a flood. Then it talk about the rumors of the wars, right? So let's get into the war now. I know, man, I want to hear about the war, but you hear say Iranian military personnel were upon the ground in Crimea helping Russia, US says. Right, them a fly the drones, right? They're flying the drones. But the drones are in Farsi, the language of people that speak over there, so in Iran, right? It's in Farsi, so you know, so the Iranian man, them are the ones that's bombing the foreign NATO mercenaries and the Ukraine man them. Just like you know, said the drone controls of the things the Ukrainian man them are getting are in the languages of the NATO countries they're coming from. So you know it's NATO man them on the ground are the ones pushing the buttons, killing the Russian man them. Right, so they tell you man them that World War III are rage right now. World War III are rage right now. China sends troops back in August to Russia for Vostok exercise. Right? Exercise. You have to believe them thing here. them man talk about these people let this information come out. Right? You don't know how it's like the ocean allows 10% of the iceberg for come out and pierce the surface. Right? But you don't know how much it contain underneath. Right? You don't know what else them man do around this time in this area. Right, you know, say Russia declare Eastern Donbass and Luhansk as Russia now, the parts of Ukraine. So did China go to that part of Russia? Which part of Russia did them go to? Did they go and stay only at the places where them tell you that there was? Exactly, man. I'm telling you, World War III are gone right now. Right? And then yeah, RT, them take off RT from America. I don't even know how may I catch this right now. Right, Russia names UK and US mercenaries en route to Ukraine. And we have other articles, this Wally article showing that them capture American and British man them already and French man them. Right, we're just saving time. And we're just revisiting these things. It's nothing new. These are whole things. Remember at the start of the video, I say, oh, you don't want to pull up an article because it come out 2 months ago. You want to always get the newest thing for sure to people. Remember, we have to revisit thing because the whole Bible, right? Genesis to Revelation, it's all from over 2,000 years ago. The whole time y'all open it, y'all revisit things. So revisit the same information where they're out here, man, for sure the people are going. So the World War III are going right now, man. Right? It's going right now. Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so them things have to happen, man. And it's going right now. Azerbaijan versus Armenia, right? Greece and Turkey, right? You have Iran there in Ukraine, China there in Ukraine, China there in Serbia, right? Serbia versus Kosovo. China and the Taiwan thing, South Korea, North Korea, right? Libya, civil war, Ethiopia, civil war, Yemen and Saudi Arabia are going right now, right? Everybody, I forget about these things, right? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Because in February, the Russian man them, right, and the rest of the world from the east side, them say, World War III are going right now, but we are waiting for the western side to say it's World War III. Right? That's what we're waiting for. Just like when they make the mark of the beast mandatory, we all go wait for them to say, oh, this is the mark of the beast, right? It'll go be mandatory, but man, them still go take it because them never say it at the mark of the beast. And y'all dickhead, y'all wait for the devil to tell you, say, me are the devil, I'm the devil, yeah, I'm the devil. You're waiting for the devil to tell you that him are the devil. That's a fool thing, bro. Right? So the war will rage right now, man. Right? No, it not gonna get nuclear. When the war get nuclear, that's when the World War III change from World War III to Armageddon. When it get nuclear. Right? Because Matthew 24 and 29, immediately after the tribulation of those days, right? The wars, the rumors of the wars, the earthquakes, the pestilence, them all them things that we prophesy in the beginning of the chapter. Right? Nation against nation, earthquake, war, famine, pestilence, death. Man, them get delivered up, right? And snatch up for being on jib job, on chippy, right? Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Right? Meaning, immediately after all them things, the wars, the rumors, what we just say, the nuke go fly. Because what darkens the sun and the moon and the stars? You have to talk about this, brother. New York Times, Pentagon agrees nuclear warfare could block out the sun, freezing the earth. So, nuclear war, right? Nuclear war is what darkens the sun. Right? That's why Psalms 91 and 7 say, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh unto thee, because America will get nuked, right? Yeah. But the chariots of the Lord are going to finish off America. So when America get nuked, right? I know really at the end, I know the end, but you understand? I draw near upon the end of America, you understand, boy? Kind of complicated, but listen. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right side, but it shall not come nigh to thee. Right? And then Matthew 24 and 30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. So after the nuke fall, right? After man them are dead next to you, but it not touch you. Right? And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Because them know say, no more adrenochrome, no more pedophilia, no more ageism, no more mops, no more chopping off your titties as a woman, no more chopping off your penis as a man, no more divorce, no more child custody battles, no more selling 15% water, 10% milk to people, finessing them. You understand? Shady business practices. No more of that. No more abusing the people where they're at the bottom of society for profit gains and pleasurable gains. Right? And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Right? So after the nuke pop off and man them dead in front of you, right? You never gone nowhere yet. You never gone nowhere yet. You still did it. A man them are dead next to you, left and right. Then the Lord go pop on the scene. Right? And after him pop on the scene, Matthew 24 verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So after the nukes drop, man, them half dead in front of you. You don't worry, all right? If you don't raise up yet, right? Don't worry. Because after that, then y'all go get lift up, man. Right? Then y'all go get lift up. Right? And that come back to Zechariah 13 and 8, right? And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So the man them, when the nuke fall down, right? That's when the man them are gonna start dead out. Right? But the Lord will go bring the 1/3 through. I'm gonna go bring 1/3 through. Right? And that's where my talk about 31, in Matthew 24 and 31, he shall send his angel with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect, right? That 1/3, right? But within that 1/3, right? Within this 1/3, and it shall come to pass, Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts shall be cut off and dead, but the third shall be left therein, right? This 1/3, right? Within this number of people, you have Revelation 1, Revelation 14 and 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads, right? So then you have out of the 1/3, you have the mighty men, the house of David, where I go come through you understand? Because the Lord said him not go come back. Him not go torment them with the sword. Him not go torment them with him word, right? And him say him have to use us as him battle axe and him hammer. You understand? Y'all go see, man. Y'all go see. Right? So the mighty men have to come through, dog. New Jerusalem have to come through. You understand? Yeah. Big thing. And them I go come through. You see the Mount Zion, right? And you see Jehoshaphat or the Kidron, because the Kidron River run through the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is right there up on the side of the city of David, which is Mount Zion. Right? That's why Second Esdras did a talk about in a 13 verse 33, where all the people hear his voice when them come back and them sound the trumpet, right? Every man in their own land, right? Hold on. When all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another. Meaning the World War III, I go be like, hold on. No, sir, brother. Something bigger than us is here now. Right? Them go stop the World War III because the rumors of wars and the wars, it'll go on right now. The World War III will go on right now. It might not be as intense in some areas as other areas, but it'll go get more intense until it come to the climax and America get nuked out. Right? Europe will go switch sides, Pan America join up with Russia, right? And then after Russia and Europe and the whole of the world bomb out America, them are go try for fight. Right? Them are go have some China next up, Russia next up. Right? So them are go try to overcome the Lord. Right? So, and when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another. Right? No more World War III. Right? And innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. So them are go try to fight against the Lord and his mighty men. Right? That bring back, that's why Joel did say in chapter 3 verse 2, I will also gather all nations, I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, I will plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered through the transatlantic, trans-Pacific, trans-Indian Ocean and trans-Saharan slave trades, right? And parted Milan with the Suez Canal and the Israel-Palestine partition, the Golan Syria agreement, all of them partition plans, right? And the Lord are going to gather all of them to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? That's why Revelation 14 and 1 said, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in the foreheads, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? So that are no 1/3. That is the 144,000 amongst the 1/3. Right? Them, I go stamp on the Mount Zion. Remember me say Mount Zion, temple right there, so all fell, you understand Zion, this thing is Zion. And you see the Kidron River in the valley of Jehoshaphat. So this is where all of the armies of the world are go get gathered together, and we are going to stand up right there. So Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai look down upon them like, yo dog, you know what part of the movie this is? You know what part of the movie this is? We are the underdog, and now we're up on the top of Mount Zion, brother. We just walk last 30 minutes ago, maybe day in America, brother. You know what this is. You're up on the wrong side at the end of the movie, bro. Right? You know what I go on. Right? Them I go know what I go on. Right? So that's why Joel, I go gather all nations together and will bring them down. Right? That's why Joel did say that the Lord will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for them people and for them heritage Israel, whom they have scattered through the slave trades, colonialism, right? And right now through the sex trade market, the child trafficking market, right? The prison system. Because man, them I get released every day for false imprisonment. And you start in a jail in Pennsylvania, then move you to Texas. Now you're there in Nebraska. Yeah, move around the whole fucking place. Scattered. And you're never guilty. Right? And then part up the Lord land. So they bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat, because that's after, right? 2nd Ezra 13 and 33. And will all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the back they have when I get into that. That's after the World War III, man. This is after the World War III that'll go happen. Right? So 2nd Ezra 13 and 37. And this my son. So we are talking about Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. Right? Yahweh Shai. Right? Shall rebuke the wicked invention of those nations, which for their wicked life are falling into the tempest. Fall to the wind. So I'm going to go rebuke them. Right? And that's the Revelation 20 and 8. Because America gone at this point. America gone. Right? Babylon are burn up right now. Smoke and torment are raised, man. Right? So Revelation 20 and 8, because we left America. America are gone and destroy and burn up at this point. Right? The voice of the bridegroom and the candle and the bride, them not going to be seen in America no more, because the bridegroom voice are the prophecy them. And them bride are the prophets who prophesy. And him say, I'm going to gather him elect to the mount top of Zion with him. Right? So we're gone. And the candle of the law, we're gone. We're out of America. Right? So Russia and them, man, they think them next up for rule, because America just get nuked out. A power vacuum they here. Right? But Revelation 20 and 8 sort this out. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. Right? America do this. Esau, but through America. Gog and Magog, to gather them to the battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Because them, man, the whole heap of army, the Chinese army already are like 1 billion people. Right? Indian army, all of them. Right? And now, America make them people forget, say, yo, this is not life. It's not because George Washington was the mightiest of the mightiest and the wisest of the wisest that we're reigning right now. These people are so drunk off of American fornication philosophy, them forget it's by the Spirit of the Lord that they are reigning. It's by the Spirit of the Lord that the white man is reigning right now. Because before the white man, it was the Indians and the Persians. Right? Before the Persians, it was the Africans and the Hamites. You understand? And the other type of Shemite people. The Assyrians. Right? All because of the Lord. Not because one person was wise or smart. No. So them man, they forget, say, after the fall of Esau, is the rise of Jacob, the Israelites. And them think, say, them next up, China next up. Nah, sir. So them deceived. And Gog and Magog, them gathered them together to the battle. Right? All of them. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Them think them are going to beat the Lord. And then them are going to start. Them new era of reigning and ruling the earth. Right? So that's why we're going to Ezekiel 38 and 2, because people think, say, this Ezekiel war with Magog and Gog is World War III. No. you might see the key players in all this prophecy, right? You might see them in World War III, but this prophecy, talk specifically about World War III. It talk about Armageddon. This prophecy I talk about Armageddon. I'm going to show you. Right, so Ezekiel 38:2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, that are up there, Azerbaijan, Georgia, right, and prophesy against them. Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So them I got have, so Gog and Magog, which are Russia, I got have Azerbaijan, Armenia, Chechnya, Georgia, right, and then them I got have Iran, which are Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, right? All of them, right? That's why you see Sudan or Ethiopia, right? Welcomes military bases with Russia on the Red Sea, right? That's a naval military base, right? Ethiopia have the same thing with them, right? Then you have Iran military personnel there in the Crimea, that are Persia, right? All of them people, they're on the side of Russia, right, against the Western powers, and we know to the Western powers are going to get nuke out, right? So after them nuke out America, them not have no common denominator no more, right? The enemy of my enemy, I'm a friend. Know that the enemy gone of the enemy. No, are we still friends? No, we are, you understand? So Ezekiel 38:6, Goma and all his bands, the host of Tagama of the North Quarters and all his bands, many people with this. So this is Turkey, right? Showing you say that with this prophecy right here, this show you say NATO will fall apart because Turkey is currently a part of NATO, right? But we see say, but it's confusing because back in 2011, remember, I think at 2011, Turkey shot down a Russian fighter jet. Right, but the love go back so bad. Them man they said, nah, it's like cool, brother. Oh, you understand? We see what go on, brother. It's simple. You understand? You have to play the game sometime. Make sure your family are eat good. You understand? Little sacrifice for make America think them that Turkey is still confederate with thee. Make the pride of them heart deceive them like Obadiah talk what. Because you see Turkey man, them yo, these are new pictures. These didn't happen in the same day, man. Right? Turkey, Iran. Right, Persia, Goma and Tagama with Gaga Mega, you see me? Right? All of that thing there. Right? 38:14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus saith the Lord God, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, because I will come back upon Zion with the Lord, shall thou not know it? In that day that my people dwell in safety, what day is that? Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their forehead. We're up on Mount Zion with the lamb, bro. Are we not dwelling in safety right now? Who are going to touch us? Who are going to touch us? Who are going to say something to me? Who are going to look at me wrong, bro? But there with the lamb, brother, you look at me wrong, it's like you're looking at the lamb wrong, because I make me in his image. So y'all face me. Y'all dirty face me. Y'all dirty face the Lord. Right, so when we dip on the Mount Zion, in that day, right, verse 14, therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus saith the Lord God, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shall thou not know it, right? Verse 15, and thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, right, cause Russia, though are many people with thee, all of them man there were against America, all of the brick country, all of them man there, right? All of them riding up on horses, a great company and a mighty army, right? Look on the brick nations, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So, you know this, India, China, South Africa, right? Major nations, right? They with the Gog, and them are go for war with them, right? Ezekiel 38:16, and thou shalt come up against my people of Israel, right? The people where I go there with the lamb, remember I said them, the Jewish people don't believe in that lamb. So them can't be the people where I look the 144,000 pan Zion, because them don't even read the Bible. Them man, they have the Babylon Talmud where say you can fuck little girl them and little boy, right? And kill people. What heap of fucking foolishness them man they depend, right? Them not even believing in none of this. Right, so when they talk about my people like Israel, the people will get scattered in the slave trade, which was financed by this Jewish slave owner them, right? So the Israelite them, from Yahweh down to Zabawalan, right? And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land, and it shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. That's how the Armageddon, man. That's how the Valley of Jehoshaphat fight them attack, boy. Right? That's what it attack, boy. Because when America get nuked out, the state of Israel get nuked out same time too. Just like Okinawa, the Japanese American base are gonna get nuked. The American base in Iraq are gonna get nuked. The American base in Mexico are gonna get nuked. The American base in Jamaica are get nuked. The American base in Brussels, Germany, all of them play. Everything American is getting nuked. And Israel is run by the United Nations, which is an American thing. America run Israel. Right, so this is not talking about coming against Israeli man them. This is talking about coming against the Israelites where I fight with the 144,000 on the lamb. A dickhead thing. It's just the end of the movie for the Lord to look good and make his men look good. Right, Ezekiel 38 and 21. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, all his people, all his mountains. A mountain is a government, 144,000. Them are going to bring the sword against them people, against Gog and the BRICS and China and all of them, Arabia, all of them, India. I have to put them in a subjection under the Lord. Right, and I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord God. Every man's sword shall be against his brethren. Right. So that's the Armageddon, man. That's the Armageddon. We are gonna get the glory now. We did get shamed and fooled for preach on the corner. Say we are wear dresses and thing, right? And now we are gonna be able to jump 100 meters into the air, slice jet plane down, snatch the man out of the plane, fly back down, slam him into the tank, lift up the tank, throw it into the missile that where I come for liquid, right? Then the tank blow up, right? You come out of the smoke to we shot the missile, slice that in. We have to do all of them things there, man. Make the people them scared for go and want for lie to another man. We have to make them afraid for God's commandments, right? We have to make them afraid for lie, for what is not theirs, for want for sleep with our next man's wife. We have to make them afraid, right? Them I go see, yo, back in the other world, we were afraid of the people with the guns and the law upon them side, the legislation. No, we have to be afraid of them people that we're talking about. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt dress as a man in pants and as a woman in a dress and skirt. No, them man of the Lord are back them. No, them man can command fire for rain from heaven if we don't do what the Lord says. You understand? That's what's coming back. That's the glory the Lord are going to give us. Right? So, Obadiah 1 and 21. And Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord. So the Mount of Esau are all the nations, because Esau are the last ruling kingdom, and he rules with him of the youth. Esau the so-called white man, right? But him rule over the whole world. So him kingdom of the whole world. So we are going to judge the whole world. Right? And the kingdom are going to be the Lord's. Right? The rulership are going to be Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Right? So that's how the Armageddon are going to play out, man. Remember, them have them laws, right, for come get us. The border patrol, the quarantine. Right? Remember them frame mischief by Allah. Right? It'll go be the rumors of wars. We are going to hear about them first. Then we hear about, we are going to get delivered up. So we see the wars a pop off, and we know about the rumors and the laws them a pass to make sure so them can come in like a flood and take us away. Right? So big up your our Basham, your our Shy. All of the man them are push the 100% truth, and the elder them are the GMS are push the 100% truth. And all like-minded man them, because soon, Lord willing, we are go see each other up in the sky, man, and then fight with each other against the nation them, right? Like brethren, because we did always brethren from the foundation of the earth, right? And the reason we so spread out because so much realness can't be in one area, so the Lord have to spread we out, right? It'd be a waste to put all of the favorite ingredient upon one meal. You have to spread the whole, you understand, the whole pantry out, right? So yeah, Armageddon, it'll come. Armageddon, the dark winter, all of that will come, man. Yeah.